Here's Brody Brazil.
One of the biggest things going on right now with the Howard Terminal Ballpark project is that they're trying to get port designation removed from the 50-acre property. That needs to happen so that it can be essentially rezoned and a baseball stadium for the Oakland A's can be built at Howard Terminal. One of the biggest arguments against removing port designation is the thought that the Oakland Seaport, the Port of Oakland, it will need Howard Terminal and that land for future operations. It's been said that the port is dramatically growing over recent years, like 4 to 6% in a lot of years. And they're very worried that, the port would want to use that land of Howard Terminal, which has gone unused, by the way, for specific shipping operations. Like it's been a parking lot, but actually loading and unloading containers, that has not happened there for years. And it will not in the future, by the way, because that site, it is not appropriately set up for it. The estuary is not deep enough for larger, newer ships. The turning basin's not set up for that. They just don't use it anymore for specific reasons. But there's also this. As we look at TEUs over the years at the Port of Oakland, what's a TEU first off? I had to look it up too. Don't feel bad. It's a 20-foot equivalent unit. Essentially, it's a standard cargo container. 20 feet is the size. So they're saying all those containers that you see on the top of ships, on the back of trucks, those are TEUs. And this is total import and export. These are all the movements of TEUs for the Port of Oakland. Now, this is not all the activity. I should be clear here, but this is like the lion's share of activity at the Port of Oakland. This tells the story of how busy that port is. Now, they've greatly expanded in recent years. They've taken on many, many more acres. But look since 2005 to 2021, total TEU activity. Back in 2005, it was 2.273 million movements. As of last year, it was only up to 2.488 million. Now, that's a large number, but what we're looking at, though, is the percentage of growth. And actually, in between, there have been some years like 2009 where they barely broke 2 million. And in 2015, it was down to 2.277 million. So it's kind of overall fluctuated across the years. I guess that's to be expected. And generally, I don't disagree. It has gone up a little bit. What I don't understand, and I'm not an expert on maritime operations, I'm not a seaport guy, I'm a baseball guy. I'm the common person, I'm the average man. But if there's something here that I don't understand, it's going to need to be explained. There's not a lot of growth. And if you're projecting something totally different across the next 20 to 50 years than this, what's going to cause that? Our world has changed, habits have changed, on shopping. Think about online shopping and shipping alone. Like Amazon didn't really exist in 2005. I think it actually did, but you know what I'm saying, not to anywhere near the extent that it has since maybe 2014 or 15 when it got really, really popular. So here's the trend of TEUs. And I'm hard-pressed to figure out why all of a sudden there's a certain scare that the Port of Oakland would all of a sudden need that Howard Terminal land, which again, by the way, if they were to actually use it for shipping operations, it would need a ton of work. It would need a ton of upgrades. And oh yeah, by the way, no matter what, ballpark or not there, it does seem like they're going to have to remove about 10 acres to widen that turning basin. Now, the ballpark will be okay. It's set up. There is a plan. There is a contingency for that turning basin to exist and the ballpark too. That's been openly discussed. That's on the table. But this site's already one way or another going to lose 10 acres, and to think that the other 40 acres are needed for this, maybe I'm wrong. If I am wrong, put it in the comments section below.